Welcome to Lincoln County High School Coach Jackson Court for a rare afternoon tilt here on a Monday afternoon. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday and basketball action here on Coach Jackson Court. The Lady Pates and the Briar Jumpers from Somerset do battle here today. A 12th region matchup. Brad Smith alongside Brad Petrie today. We gave Dustin the holiday off. We couldn't pay him holiday pay, Brad. He's too hot of a commodity to bring in here on holiday pay.
Yeah, he's high dollar anyway, and he thinks highly of himself, so he needed some time off.
That's right. We gave him the night or the afternoon off, and of course most people happy for the earlier game. You get home and watch that national championship game tonight. But first, a big time matchup here as the Somerset Briar Jumpers come in at 7-10 on the season. The Lincoln County Lady Pates 8-7. The Lady Pates coached by Caitlin Parson, and the Briar Jumpers coached by Andrew Laughlin. The Briar Jumpers have went 2-4 in their last 6 games. They come in 2-6 against 12th region opponents, 0-5 in district play. A very young team, much like Lincoln County, playing a lot of young ladies, and the future bright for Somerset, much like Lincoln County. The Lady Pates 8-7 on the season, 4-2 against 12th region teams, and 1-0 in district play. We'll preview tonight's big matchup next. The Lady Pates and the Briar Jumpers on WPBK-FM 102.9. The Lady Pates and the Briar Jumpers on a Monday afternoon there at Lincoln County High School. Lady Pates playing some of their best ball of the season here lately, Coach Petrie. They really seem to have found themselves here in the last week or so, coming off a big win at Wayne County. They knocked off Danville here at home, played really well in the 2A semifinal against Russell County, won at Clay County, so definitely playing their best basketball of the season right now.
Most definitely trending up, Brad. They, like I said, they're playing some of their best basketball right now. I got to see them in the Danville game, and they look like a totally different team than I saw before the Christmas break there. So, a lot of things being put into place, and that's kind of what you can expect from a young team. Everybody had to find and define roles, and it seems like they're starting to put it together at the right time.
Lady Pates come in averaging 57 points per game while giving up 55. They shoot 39% from the floor, 27% from three-point land, and 62% at the free throw line. The Briar Jumpers come in averaging 48 points per game while giving up 49. They shoot 35% from the floor, 21% from the three-point line, and 53% from the free throw line. So both teams not great shooting teams, but I will say this, Lincoln County's trending upward in the shooting department too. They're up near 40% now from the floor. That's something that has definitely been a thing that's went up as the season went on. The three-point shooting's getting up there closer to 30%. You know, Coach, if you can get around 33%, that's where you want to be, and they're hovering right under 30 now. And then free throw shooting-wise, Lincoln County's actually done a pretty good job, 62% on the year, and you like to see your guards especially going to be handling the ball late in games. And two of the better free throw shooters on the team, Towns 84%, Burkhart 64%, Clarice Dunn, 63. So all good signs for these youngsters.
Absolutely. And the ball is going to be in their hands. I mean, most of the time, one of those three girls are going to have the basketball. And, once, like we said earlier, some roles have kind of been defined. They've shortened the depth chart just a little bit, and there's more shots out there. People kind of understand what they're doing, who's supposed to be getting the shots, where they're supposed to be coming from, and I think that's why you see the increase in the percentages there.
When we return, we'll take a look at the individual stats for these two teams. It's the Lady Pates and the Briar Jumpers on WPBK-FM 102.9. Counting you down to tip-off on the Derb's Grocery pregame show. Brad Smith alongside Brad Petrie, Philip Smith on the YouTube live stream. Busy week of basketball for the Lady Pates. Coach Petrie, we were talking about that before the game. Of course, we're Somerset here today. Lady Pates back home with Madison Southern tomorrow. Then they hit the road for that makeup game with Bull County on Thursday. And they finish off the week on Friday with a doubleheader, another district game against the Golden Lions from Gary County on Friday night.
Yeah, definitely a busy week for the Lady Patriots. It's, when you have to make up games, it throws a wrench into your scheduling, and unfortunately we have to play district games on back-to-back nights. But Bull was able to do that last week and came out successful in both games. And hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing.
And the complications, of course, come from the 2A, which is somewhat of a new thing, but you play those early round tournament games during the regular season just whenever you can fit them in. And if you don't advance all the way to the state, then you're kind of left scrambling, and you see boys and girls all throughout the area that are participating in that having to do the same thing.
Right. I know I was talking to Coach Jackson the other day. They've still got 3 games that they could possibly pick up. So it leaves you scrambling, and then you get into January and February when you start having to deal with weather, and that throws another wrench into things too, just a different perspective.
Let's take a look at the individual numbers for these two teams. The expected starting lineup for Somerset: junior Sarah White, 12 points, 6 rebounds a game. 8th grader Macy Huff, 8 points, 5 rebounds. 8th grade Nora Grider, 7 points a game. 8th grader Addie Weddle, 5 points a game. And 7th grader Kyra Nichols coming in at 3 points a game. The expected starting lineup for Somerset. We always talk about how young Lincoln County is, and of course I know Somerset also dealing with some injuries and different things, but They're starting 3 8th graders, a 7th grader, and a junior. So very, very similar to Lincoln County in terms of a youth movement for the Briar Jumpers.
Very, very similar. And your hope is, you're able to keep those girls around. They're getting some very valuable experience, and hopefully that will pay off in the future as long as you can keep them in your home team uniform there.
Lincoln County led in scoring by their backcourt duo, Burkhart and Towns. Bull Burkhart, 16 points per game. Riley Towns also averaging 16 a game. The power forward, another freshman, Gracie Mink, who's been playing her best basketball of the year here lately too. 6 points, and also leads the team in rebounding at 6 rebounds per game. 7th grader Clarice Dunn, 8 points and 5 rebounds per game. And then 7th grader Jaya Reynolds averaging 4 points a game. So Lincoln County, just like Somerset, starting 2 freshmen, 2 7th graders. And of course, Bull comes in. She's by all means still a youngster, but she's the elder of the group here, the sophomore. And Burkhart and Towns, that's where it starts for Lincoln County, that dynamic duo in the backcourt.
Yeah, they're definitely ones that get us going. And, if they're playing well, then we're playing well. And, it's very important that they get off to a good start. See some shots fall early, and that takes care of a lot of problems.
Rebounding has really picked up of late, too. I mentioned Gracie Mink at 6 rebounds a game, but really been impressed with the rebounding of the 7th grader Clarice Dunn lately. She's averaging 5 rebounds a game, and if you can get that out of your 3-man, you're going to be in business.
Yeah, Clarice she's got length. She got very long arms and very active, and just kind of has a nose for the basketball. And that's what makes a good rebounder, just a little bit of ability and a lot of want-to.
Brad, let's talk about your Weicker Realtors, 4 Brothers Lancaster and 4 Brothers Auctioneer. Key to the game for the Lady Pates to get a win here tonight on their home court.
Well, I think it's important that they get off to a good start. That's kind of been where they've struggled. See some shots fall early and not turn the basketball over. And I think that'll be huge for them.
Lady Pates and the Briar Jumpers set to do battle here on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a special holiday broadcast here on WPBK-FM. National Anthem starting lineup tip-off when we return on WPBK-FM 102.9. Starting lineups being introduced here today for both teams. First, we'll look at the visitors on the scoreboard, the Briar Jumpers from Somerset. They are 7-10 on the season. Their expected lineup looks like this. Junior Sarah White wearing number 35. Number 13, Macy Huff. Number 5, Nora Grider. Number 11, Addie Weddle. And number 10, Kyra Nichols. Once again, that's White, Huff, Grider, Weddle, and Nichols. The starting five for the Briar Jumpers. 3 8th graders, 1 7th grader, and 1 junior. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Lady Pates. Their lineup looks like this. Sophomore Alyssa Bull Burkhart. She is averaging 16 points per game, and she wears number 3. Number 4, freshman Riley Towns, 16 points per game, 4 rebounds. She wears number 4. Number 11, Gracie Mink, a freshman, 6 points and 6 rebounds per game. 7th grader, number 5, Clarice Dunn, 8 points, 5 rebounds per game. And 7th grader, number 23, Jaya Reynolds. That's Reynolds, Dunn, Mink, Towns, and Barkhart, the starting lineup for the Lady Pates. We're ready for the Fox and Fender home tip-off. Lincoln County in their home white uniforms with red numerals. Somerset in their black uniforms with the purple and gold trim. Huff, the 8th grader, will meet up at midcourt to do the tipping duties. Gracie Mink for Lincoln County will join her there. We're ready for holiday basketball here at Lincoln County High School, the newly named Coach Jackson Court. Mink and Huff tipped in the air, and we are underway on a Monday afternoon for hoops action. Lincoln County will have it first going left to right on your radio dial. Burkhart has it over by the sideline, drives baseline. One-handed pass cross court to Reynolds. Whip it around to Towns, wide open 3, money.
Great ball movement there, Brad. It started with the breakdown there on the baseline, and very good ball movement by the Lady Patriots there.
Johnson and Pullman Insurance three-pointer. Somerset breaks the pressure. They miss the layup. Ball tipped around. They'll keep possession. 3-0 Lady Pates early on. Briar Jumpers try a 3 from the wing. It goes in and out. Another offensive rebound. And they'll reset things up top. Lincoln County with an early 3-0 lead. Somerset with 2 offensive rebounds on this possession. Nichols over on the left side, gives it up. They try to go baseline. It's cut off by Dunn. Good defense from Lincoln County, leading 3-0. Just 1 minute of action so far. Huff has her shot blocked by Mink, goes back up and draws a foul. And Huff's going to head to the line to shoot 2.
Lincoln County's going to have to find a way to gang rebound, Brad. They gave up 3 offensive rebounds there on that one possession.
Yeah, and Somerset not a real big team, Coach. Just got to get in there and box out, get the rebound. Huff's free throw no good, only a 40% free throw shooter.
Yeah, we're looking like we're playing. We've got about 8 guards on the floor and 2 forwards with total between the 2 teams.
The second one good for Huff, so that gets Somerset on the board with their first point. Lincoln County leads 3-1 early on. Burkhart backdoor to Towns, layup, PBK bank shot, good. Riley's got all 5. That's a great assist for Burkhart. We're going to get Reynolds with a reach-in foul for Lincoln County with 6:38 to play here in the first quarter. Somerset will inbound. White will throw it in for the Briar Jumpers. They get it into Grider. Grider has Burkhart on her. Grider over to Nichols. Somerset trailing 5-1. Huff's going to drive all the way in and go over Mink for 2. That's a nice drive from Huff, the 8th grader.
Nice player. She's already made 2 real strong moves to the basket, and she's definitely their go-to, looks like.
Dunn open from way downtown. 3 on the way. Back rim, no good. Rebound to Somerset. 5-3 Lady Pates. Weddle throws it over on the left wing. There's a drive and kick back to Weddle. She'll try a 3. No good. Rebound by Burkhart. Lincoln County looks to run. Outlet pass to Dunn. Layup off the glass. Good. Another assist for Burkhart and 2 for Dunn. Full court pressure.
Luxury of having all guards. You can take an offense or defensive rebound and really push it down the floor.
With a quick answer as they easily beat the pressure. Grider puts it in for 2. And we got a Bluegrass Drugstore timeout. We'll break 2. Lincoln County leads by 2 on WPBK FM 102.9. Coach Parsons used a timeout. Not happy with that transition defense. Easy layup for Somerset, and probably not real pleased with just the overall energy, especially on the glass here early on.
Now we're getting whipped on the glass and just didn't get back there. We scored and kind of slow getting back into our pressure. And
there's a three from Towns, hits the front rim and rebounded inside by Somerset. Pressure in the backcourt. Somerset breaks the pressure. Drive inside, blocked by Mink, and pulled out by Dunn. Dunn looks to run. Outlet pass to Reynolds. Jaya all the way in. Left-handed shot, good. And one. The 7th grader, Reynolds.
Nice left-handed move there, Brad. Way to run the floor. Lincoln's done a good job when they get out of transition.
Absolutely. They are a good open court team. Free throw, no good. That's a Cedar Creek Dental free throw attempt from Reynolds. No good, but the lead is up to 4 for the Lady Pates. White into the front court for Somerset. Pressure up top. Briar Jumpers penetrate and have that dribble cut off, so they'll kick it back out. And they'll reset things. Weddle flips it over to Grider, and we got a whistle, and Grider called for a double dribble in front of the Lincoln County bench with 4:49 to play here in this first quarter on your McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard.
Yeah, Lincoln really cut the floor in half there. Wouldn't let Somerset get back to the other side. Did a lot of trapping that possession.
There's a nice drive by Dunn. Her layup no good. Ball tipped around and Huff comes out with it. Dunn got a hand on in there and going to get a jump ball. Merrill will belong to Somerset with 4:37 to play here in the first. Amaya McGuffey's going to check in for Dunn.
She hit the floor pretty hard there. Looks like she's a little shook up.
She'll get a quick rest. McGuffey, also a freshman, checks in for Lincoln County. Weddle breaks the timeline, gets a screen up top from Huff. Goes left side to Nichols, now back to Huff. She's going to try a three off the wing, and she's good. And they're going to say a foot on the line.
Tough matchup. She's taken the ball to the basket well. She's posted up. She's shot from outside. She's definitely a nice player for Somerset.
9-7. Lincoln County leads. Burkhart gets a screen from Mink. Now looks to attack, gets in the paint. Floater, front rim, no good. Mink with the offensive rebound. Kicks it to Reynolds. She'll drive in. High shot off the glass and put it in for a PBK bank shot.
Nice hustle play by Mink there, keeping that possession alive and getting an offensive rebound.
11-7, Lincoln County leads. Nichols up top to Huff. Huff going to shoot one over McGuffey from long range again. No good this time, and Towns comes out with the defensive rebound. Riley pushes it down court. Pass tipped by Huff. Out of bounds off Somerset. So Towns will inbound it to Burkhart. 3:31 to play first quarter. Burkhart with a screen from McGuffey. She'll drive in. Kicks in the corner. Reynolds, three on the way. That one's short. And rebounded by Grider for the Briar Jumpers. White, outlet pass down to Huff. Huff, baseline drive. Shot blocked by McGuffey. And Reynolds comes away with it. Reynolds, outlet pass down to Burkhart. Burkhart drives in underneath the Towns. Towns pump fake, goes up, puts it in for two. Nice move by Towns and another great assist for Burkhart, and we have a timeout on the court. We'll break two. Lady Pates leading by 6 with 3:04 to play in the first on WPBK FM 102.9. It'll be Briar Jumper basketball after that Bluegrass Drugstore timeout. Lincoln County with a 6-point lead. And Reynolds picks up Weddle at midcourt. Weddle off on the side to Nichols, back to Weddle. Now left side to White. White has Towns on her. She'll dribble Gets in the lane, has the ball knocked loose, kicked around. Now Huff with it again. Top of the key, goes to work on McGuffey. Drop step, right-handed shot, good.
Nice move. To her left, spun back right. Really nice move.
Huff, an 8th grader, came in averaging 8 a game and already was 7 here in the first quarter. 13-9 Lady Pates. Towns over to Reynolds. She'll shoot a 3. That one's short. Rebounded inside by Nichols for the Briar Jumpers. Quickly down the court to Huff. Huff's going to go to work on McGuffey again. This time she lost her footing. White with a shot, got her own rebound, and now she'll dribble it out. Towns tips it out of bounds. It'll stay with Somerset with 2:04 to play here in the first quarter. After the game, won Amar Guardian Exterminating and B Green Lawn Care Player of the Game. Inbound pass comes into Huff. Huff drives into the paint, same move. Right-handed shot, good.
Same move, same result. Got to find a way to get the ball out of her hands.
Maybe going to have to look at going zone. Coach, keep her out of that paint. No
exactly
answer
right
for her so far. Burkhart's going to drive in, takes contact, puts it in, and one. Bull Burkhart off the glass for 2 and a chance for 1 more. Brianna Burkhart will check in for McGuffey and Dunn in for Reynolds. Burkhart to the line. That's her first bucket of the game, but she's been the facilitator for this offense here in the first quarter. Cedar Creek Dental free throw good. A 3-point play for Burkhart. Lady Pates lead by 5 with 1:37 to play first quarter. Weddle has Dunn on her. Lincoln County still man-to-man. Huff has it now. Brianna Burkhart's in to guard her. Pass on the baseline is caught by White. White back out to Huff. Pump fakes a 3, drives in. Nice move off the glass for 2 more. 11 points for Huff. 11 of the 13. Burkhart with a hesitation dribble. Bounce pass inside to Mink. Mink with a nice move. Missed the layup. Tipped around. Huff comes away with it for Somerset. Three-point lead for Lincoln County with 50 seconds left in this opening quarter. White. Bounce pass to the elbow to Huff. Huff kicks it out. Now Somerset will reset to White. She'll try a deep 3, and it's short. Mink with the rebound. Outlet pass to Burkhart. Bull around the back pass to Towns, who missed the layup.
Oh, that'd have been a nice play there if she could have finished that one. That's a great pass coming down forward transition.
A 3-point lead with 25 seconds to play here in the first. Weddle working on Burkhart. Has it knocked away. Now White on the right wing comes up top. Back in the corner. Now Weddle. Cross-court pass to Huff. Clock down to 10 seconds. Huff with a handoff to White. Takes a bump. Drives down the right-hand side. Now she's under the rim. Kicks it all the way out to Weddle. 3 at the horn is good. And we are tied here at the end of one, 16-16. The Lady Pates and the Briar Jumpers on WPBK FM 102.9. Lincoln County will have it first here to begin quarter number 2. Moving left to right on your radio dial. We're tied 16-16. Burkhart tries a long one and missed it all, and it's a rebound inside by Somerset.
Yeah, I thought Burkhart did a good job the first half, kind of letting everything come to her, and there's forced shot definitely there on that possession.
Weddle drives all the way in for a left-handed shot in traffic, and Somerset has the lead. Towns tries to answer, and she's good. Off the glass, and one. Riley Towns. She'll head to the free throw line for a chance for a three-point play. Riley's got 9 points. Left-handed shot is good. That's a Cedar Creek Dental free throw for Towns, and Lincoln County regains the lead 19-18.
Another push and transition for Lincoln County, and if they can rebound the basketball, I think they found something that's really working right now.
Huff has a tip from behind. Loose out top. It's going to be on Meek, and I think that's 2 on Gracie. That's going to get Ariana Turner into the game. Turner, an 8th grader herself. 19-18. Jumpers trailing Lincoln County by 1 with the rock here. Weddle. Hand off to Nichols. Nichols left side, and so good defense from Burkhart there. He cuts off that drive. They'll reset with Huff. Huff had a big first quarter, 11 points for Somerset. Nichols has Turner on her. Turner tips it away. Nichols goes back and gets the ball behind the mid-stripe line. Now back to Huff. Lincoln County's picked it up on D a little bit here on this trip. Huff goes around the back, drives in, lost the ball, and stolen away by Turner. Turner finds Dunn with it at midcourt. Reese gets around the defender all the way in. Shot good.
Nice move back to Reese. Little hesitation right there at the rim.
21-18. Lincoln County with the lead. Shot up on the other end, no good. Tipped around. Brianna Burkhart with the rebound. Bree dribbles it all the way down, hands it off to Bull. Bull with a baseline drive, whips it out top to Towns. Gets a screen from Turner, picks up her dribble, gets it right back, fires it from deep, short. Offensive rebound for Burkhart. Her pass deflected, saves it into Turner. Turner goes to work, kicks it out to Burkhart. Bull, spin move, mid-range, good.
Nice move there, good hustle by Lincoln. Nice ball movement there by Lincoln, that possession.
23-18 Lady Page. There's a deep 2 on the other end, front rim, missed, and rebound by Dunn. Dunn gets it down to Burkhart. Bull from NBA range, splash.
Bull starting to feel it a little bit. She gets going, she can make them from anywhere on the floor, Brad.
That's a Johnson and Pullman Insurance 3, and we have a timeout on the court. A Bluegrass Drug Store timeout. Lady Pates by 8 on WPBK FM 102.9. Lincoln County with an 8-point lead here as we approach the 5-minute mark of this second quarter. Somerset used a timeout. Try to slow down this Lincoln County run. Burkhart starting to heat up. 5 quick points. She's got 8. Towns already in double figures with 10, and it's 26-18. Lady Pates here early on. It'll be Bull, Burkhart, Turner, Dunn, Towns, and Brianna Burkhart for the Lady Pates out of the timeout. Weddle brings it into the front court, and I think we got an illegal screen out here.
We definitely do. She was definitely moving. moving more than a defender was at that time.
It's going to go on Lucy Hoff. Her first, second team foul, and the ball goes back to Lincoln County. 26-18, Lady Pates lead. Town sets it up. Nichols on her up top, over to Burkhart. Burkhart drives into the corner. She's double teamed up top to Brianna Burkhart. Top of the key three, and she's money. Brianna Burkhart gets in the book with a triple from up top, and an 11-point lead for the Lady Pates now.
Once again, ball movement, hitting the shooter, stepping into the pass, and makes it a much simpler shot.
Nichols pump fakes off the right wing to Weddle. Weddle drives in. Bad pass, out of bounds, turnover. Back to Lincoln County with 4:38 to play here in the first half on your McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard. Better defense here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've definitely picked it up just a little bit on the defensive end, and it's something they're going to have to start using and rely on, especially when we get into district play here.
Towns gets a screen from Turner, pick and roll, not there. Up top to Dunn. Dunn thought about a three. Now she'll put it on the deck. Hand off to Burkhart. Burkhart between the legs, inside to Turner. Shot blocked from behind. And Nichols picks it up and draws a foul. Foul's going to go on Turner. That's her first, team second. 4:08 to play in the half. 29-18 Lady Pates. Weddle works it up on Burkhart. Good defense from Bull. Keeps her out there on the perimeter. Now up top to Grider. Grider kicks it in the corner for White. She's going to shoot a contested three. Air ball. Rebound for Ariana Turner.
Lincoln's done a much better job on the boards this second quarter, too,
There's
Brad.
a nice find. Towns inside. The Turner for two. First bucket of the game for Turner. 31-18 Lady Pates. Man-to-man defense still for Lincoln County. Nichols dribbles around the perimeter. Now she'll hand it off to White on the left wing. White draw all the way in, takes a bump and a foul, a blocking foul on Lincoln County. It's going to go on Brianna Burkhart. That's her first. Somerset really having trouble finding offense with Huff out, and she is set to re-enter.
She'd be one be hard to bring her off the floor.
Sarah White's first free throw good, her first point of the game. White is a junior, the lone upperclassman in this starting lineup. Huff back in for Hoff. Second one from White, and she got them both. 31-20, Lady Pates lead, 3:15 to play here in the half. Burkhart with the handle, drives middle, spins around, mid-range jumper, back rimmed it. White with the rebound. Gives it off to Weddle, and Weddle will push. Gets it into the front court. Burkhart nearly stole it from her. They get tied up. Weddle comes away with it. Up to White, top of the key. Somerset will set up their offense. They go back to Weddle. 2:47 left in the half. 31-20 Lady Pates. There's a drive by Grider who gets all the way in too easy for a layup.
Yeah, a little bit of a breakdown there for sure on the defensive end, and nobody helped out. Nobody stepped over, and she took it all the way to the rim.
31-22. Reynolds looks to drive. Gets inside. Nice Euro step and scores.
Kind of looked like the same thing on the other end. Nobody stepped over to stop the basketball, and Jaya just kept going.
Jaya with 6 points. Lead back to 11 for Lincoln County. 2:09 to play. Grider does the same move. This time has her shot blocked. Looked like Reynolds got a hand on it, but a foul called. That's going to put Grider on the free throw line. That's going to be 2 on Reynolds. 2:07 to play here in the first half. Grider to the line to shoot 2. First one no good. Lincoln County's going to get Layla Roston to the score table. She's going to check in for Reynolds with those 2 fouls. So that's a third 7th grader The Lady Pates have played here in the first half. Free throw from Grider, rattles in. She goes 1 of 2 at the line. 33-23. Ralston gets open. She'll fire a 3, short. Tipped around, and Nichols comes away with it. Gives way to Weddle. Pitches it back to Huff. Huff has Burkhart on her. Up top to Grider. Grider has had success driving from that top of the key position. She'll give it to White. She'll drive in, and she's fouled.
And Lincoln's playing defense 2 straight up right now, and Somerset's taking advantage of that, driving the ball to the basket, collecting some fouls here on the Lady Patriots.
That's going to be 2 on Bree Burkhart. And White's going to shoot 2 free throws. First one, no good. Addison Abbott will check in for Burkhart with her 2 fouls. White's second free throw goes down. 33-24. Lady Pates with a 9-point lead. Burkhart rejects the screen, drives in, contested shot, no good. Loose ball tipped around. We get a whistle and a foul call. Looks like it's going to go on Somerset. That's 2 on Grider.
Lincoln seems to have lost a little bit of their defensive intensity that they started this quarter with.
Burkhart gets it into Dunn. Dunn cut off, kicks it out. Towns, top of the key, has it tipped away, picks it up. They're going to call a double dribble. I thought she had it tipped away.
She definitely had it tipped away, yeah.
That's a turnover on Lincoln County, back to Somerset.
Brad, I've got that as their first turnover of the game, and I really have to disagree with it because I do believe the ball was deflected by Somerset.
Lincoln County's took care of the ball here today. Grider drives baseline and gets past Dunn for an easy 2. 33-26, lead down to 7. Dribble handoff to Dunn, back to Burkhart. Burkhart thought about a 3, drives out top pass to Towns, has a 3 go in and out, and Huff with the rebound, outlet pass to Grider. Grider drives in on Towns and draws the foul. That's going to put Grider back on the free throw line. With 41 seconds left in the half. Grider will shoot 2. 48% free throw shooter on the year. First one good. Grider's had a big second quarter for Somerset. 6 points now in the quarter. Second one also good. She hits them both. Hoff checks back in for Grider. With 40 seconds left here in the half, Burkhart will walk it up. Lead down to 5. Lincoln County with a 5-point lead. Towns has it left wing. Guarded closely by Nichols. Gives it up to Ralston. Layla goes corner to Dunn. Dunn cross-court pass to Towns. Towns pump fakes a 3, drives in. Floater off the baseline, short. Loose ball underneath. Dunn comes out with it. Tries a reverse layup. It's no good. Tipped out to Huff. Huff off to the races all the way in. Puts it up 4-2. That's inexcusable there, Coach. You can't get out a defensive rebound and turn into a uncontested layup.
No, you can't. Nobody was back there in transition. Nobody got back on the shot, and everybody was in the paint for Lincoln. And
that's a turnover on the other end. Now we're going to talk about it as Lincoln County threw it away. I'm going to say it was tipped by Somerset. Maybe he got lucky there.
May have.
Might have got lucky.
May have given us the one back we got lost a while ago.
That might be the double dribble makeup call. 1.6 seconds left. They get it into Dunn. She'll shoot it at the buzzer. No good. And our score here at halftime, Lincoln County 33, Somerset 30 on WPBK FM 102.9. Halftime here at Lincoln County High School. The Lady Pates lead Somerset 33-30. Here at the break, Lincoln County had as big of a 13-point lead, and watch that dwindle away late in the half. And, Coach, we were talking about it, just the defensive intensity really took a turn for the worse there in the last 3 minutes of the half.
It definitely did. They quit defending like they had to start the second quarter to build their big lead, and they were standing straight up and letting girls drive right by them and get all the way to the rim. Made some shots, got us in foul trouble, and and also in the late there in the quarter, we didn't get back on defense a couple times and gave up some easy baskets. And I don't think it's from being tired. I think it's just from a lack of focus there. We took some bad shots to give up some transition baskets as well, and definitely a good halftime came at the right time, of course, to maybe to refocus the girls a little bit and reiterate how important the defensive end is, because that's where they did build their big lead at.
Lady Pates were led in scoring in that first half by Riley Towns with 10 points. They got 8 from Bull Burkhart, 3 points from Brianna Burkhart, 4 for Clarice Dunn, 2 for Ariana Turner, and 6 from Jaya Reynolds for a total of 33. The Lady Pates played 10 players in that first half. Foul trouble, a big issue for Lincoln County in that first half. Somerset was led in the half by Macy Huff with 13 points, 9 points for Nora Grider, 5 points for Addie Weddle, and 3 points for Sarah White for a total of 30. It's halftime. Our score, Lincoln County 33, Somerset 30 on WPBK FM 102.9. Halftime here at Lincoln County High School. Lady Pates leading Somerset 33-30 here at the break. Hey, our first half action was brought to you by the following sponsors: Carol Hill, attorney at law in Stanford; by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Sonia Bratcher, agent; and by Weichert Realtors, Four Brothers Lancaster, and Four Brothers Auctioneers. The Lady Pates with a 3-point lead here at the break. Got off to a hot start. Came out, played some really good defense in that second quarter, but a big issue tonight has been the rebounding for Lincoln County. The Lady Pates got out rebounded in that first half by Somerset by a tally of 17-10, so 7 more chances for the Briar Jumpers on the glass. One big team stat there in the first half that I know Coach Parsons got to be happy with. Lady Pates with only one turnover in that first half, and that came off a questionable double dribble call. So only one turnover. They took care of the ball. That was a big part of the half for the Lady Pates, but they gave it back rebounding-wise, getting out-rebounded by 7 rebounds. They lead here at the break. Second half action when we return. It's halftime. Our score, Lincoln County 33, Somerset 30 on WPBK FM 102.9. We are set for second half action here at Lincoln County High School. Coach Jackson Court, Brad Smith alongside Brad Petrie. Today's broadcast also available on YouTube.com. Philip Smith has a couple of questionable looking interns over there, Bear Smith and Caleb Smith. Better be careful.
Well, I am sure they are definitely up to date on the technology. Anytime I need something, I find a high school kid or my own son or something.
And we're underway. Burkhart with a reach-in foul on Weddle. Shout out to the Lincoln County boys basketball middle school team heading down to Macquarie County. And they're tuned in listening to the Lady Pates.
Hey, big weekend for our middle school Eagles, 7th and 8th grade Salt River Conference champions. Congratulations to the players and coaches there at the middle school this past weekend.
Yeah, awesome job. There's a bad pass intercepted by Mink. So our girls 7th and 8th and boys 7th and 8th all won the Salt River Conference this year. That's great.
Future definitely looks bright on both sides for Lincoln County, Brad.
Towns with a drive, left-handed shot off the glass for a PBK bank shot. Riley Towns with 12 to lead the way. Lead back up to 5 for the Lady Pates. Just underway here in quarter number 3. Weddle works it up on Burkhart. Over to Grider. Grider spins, tied up, jump ball. Maybe got away with a travel there.
Yeah, either way, we're gonna give them a turnover there. Nice defense by the Lady Patriots.
And we talked about at halftime, Lincoln County with only one turnover in that first half.
Yeah, they've done a good job taking care of the basketball.
It's been the rebounding that's hurt them here today.
Rebounding has hurt us, and a couple times being late getting back in transition has hurt us.
Reynolds tries a baseline drive. She's cut off. Retreat dribble up top to Dunn. Dunn gets a screen from Mink. Reese all the way in. Left-handed shot, no good, and a rebound inside by Grider for the Briar Jumpers.
That's a nice take by Clarice, really. I'd like to see her finish that.
Grider drives middle, cut off to Weddle. Up to Huff. Huff had 13 in the first half for Somerset. Bounce pass to White. White in front of the bench. She'll drive in on Towns. Keeps her dribble alive. Swings it over to Nichols. Nichols back out top to Huff. Now Huff will drive all the way in for 2, and it's good. Macy Huff with 15. Only came in averaging 8, which is hard to believe when you see her ability to score here for Somerset. 35-32. Burkhart drives around Nichols. Floater in the paint. Hits the bottom of the net.
Yeah, she may have got away with one there, but a little bit of a street ball move there by Bull, but we'll definitely take it.
Bull with 10 now. 37-32. Huff has Mink on her. Spin move. Mink, good defense, cuts her off. Hand off to Weddle. Weddle, look high post to Huff. Can't get it in there. She'll pitch it back to White. 5:30 left here in the third quarter. 37-32. White in trouble. Lost the handle. Picks it up. Grider will look to drive. Bounces to Nichols. Foot on the line. Deep shot. No good. Rebound for Jaya Reynolds. Reynolds takes it herself. Quickly into the front court. Kicks it back to Dunn. Dunn finds Burkhart. Bull spins around. Gets in the red paint. Shot short on a fadeaway. Rebounded by Reynolds. Her shot back up. No good. Tipped around, and Huff with a rebound. Huff with an outlet pass to Grider. Grider all the way in. Left-handed layup, good. Grider with 11.
Huff does a great job starting the break when she gets that rebound. Very strong, gets the ball out in transition.
Once again, Lincoln County just giving up too many easy rebounds. Mink, nice post move, goes up, rattles out. Good move from Gracie.
Was a good move.
Huff brings it for Somerset. Gracie cuts her off. Goes inside to Grider. Grider spins around. Over Reynolds. Missed the shot. Jaya with the rebound. Lincoln County's got a 3-on-2. Reynolds kicks it out to Burkhart. Corner. 3. Money ball. Bull Burkhart for 3. She's got 13. After that, Johnson and Pullman Insurance triple. Lead back to 6. Midway through this third quarter, White, top of the key 3. Hits the back of the rim, rebounded by Mink. Mink will bring it herself. Breaks the timeline, goes left side to Towns. Towns hesitation dribble, gets inside, left-handed floater, good. Riley with 14, and the lead quickly back up to 8 for the Lady Pates. After the game, we'll name our Guardian Exterminating and B Green Lawn Care Player of the game. Free throw line jumper from White rattles in. Her first field goal. She had 3 free throws in the first half. She's got 5 points. Lead trimmed back to 6. Burkhart left side. Step back 3 in front of the bench is short. And Grider with the defensive board. Quick outlet pass to White. White drives in, gets around Towns and scores. And there's that transition defense that we talked about that's hurt Lincoln County.
Yeah, nobody on that offside is rotating back in transition, and they've scored out of that several times already.
Riley knifes her way through and puts it off the glass for a PBK bank shot. Towns with 16. Lead back to 6. 44-38. Weddle falls down. That should have been traveling. No call. Flips it over to Huff. Huff goes to work on Mink. Mink blocks her shot, but they'll call a foul. I think that was good defense from Gracie Mink.
Was pretty good defense, and she was going to take a bad shot there. Been better off just to keep your hand up and let her shoot it, but Gracie did a good job. The Huff girl's a nice athlete. If she goes left, she's going to spin back right. Gracie had done everything right and got in the right position.
Huff's free throw no good. Brianna Burkhart checks in. Also, Alicia Blevins checks in. So Lincoln County's played 11 players now. Bree Burkhart back in for Mink, who's got those 3 fouls, and then Bull Burkhart getting a rest. Free throw, no good. Tipped around, and Blevins comes out with it. 44-38. After Huff missed them both. Towns with a baseline drive, tries to go into Reynolds. Foul call on the floor. Huff's going to check out. Hoff back in for her. Blevins gets it into Towns. Towns gets around Grider out to Brianna Burkhart. She'll shoot a 3, and she's good from downtown.
Nice pass there from Towns to Brianna Burkhart and stepping into it. Pretty good shooter when she's got just a little bit of time.
47-38. 2:08 left here in the third. White cut off, pitched it back to Weddle. Weddle with a handoff to Grider. Grider defended by Towns. White drives baseline, lost her footing, kicked it back to Grider. She'll shoot a 3, and she's good. Grider with 14.
Just kind of unfortunate there for the Lady Patriots, Brad. That was pretty good defense, and it just kind of landed in the shooter's hands.
47-41. Towns with a crossover. Cut off back to Burkhart. Bree picks up her dribble. Gives way to Blevins. Blevins back to Burkhart. Kicks it up top to Towns. 1:29 left here in the third. Towns gets in the paint and hits a left-handed floater in traffic. 18 points for Riley. 49-41 Lady Pates. Screen up top for Weddle, and a timeout's going to be called here on the floor. Bluegrass Drugstore timeout. 49-41. Lady Pates lead late third quarter on WPBK FM 102.9. Lincoln County leading 49-41 with 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Brad Smith alongside Brad Petrie. Our internet connectivity is powered by Skyline Broadband, and this game is brought to you in part by Carol Hill, attorney at law in Stanford, by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Sonia Bratcher, agent, and by Weicker Realtors, Ford Brothers Lancaster, and Ford Brothers Auctioneers. Lincoln County with an 8-point lead. 49-41. It'll be Towns, Reynolds, Blevins, Dunn, and Burkhart on the floor for the Lady Pates out of the timeout. Briar Jumpers will inbound up near midcourt. Opposite of the scorer's table into the backcourt to White. White picked up by Towns. Maybe got away with steps inside the Hoff. Cross-court baseline jumper from Huff's an air ball off the foot of White. And back to Lincoln County with 1:02 to play in the third. Towns dribbles it up. Over to Blevins on the right wing. Huff on her. Blevins comes off a screen. Bounce pass over to Towns left side. Towns directing traffic. Now she'll go to work. Gives it up to Dunn. Reese going to drive in. Tries to bounce it over to Reynolds, and it's stolen away.
Like I said, her just going up with that, try to shoot it, try to make a tough pass in traffic.
Blevins gets tied up with Huff with 28 seconds left here in the third. That might be a foul they're going to call on Huff. I thought that was a jump ball, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know if she bumped her going down. I know we looked like we had a good steal there and getting ready to break in transition, so I don't really know what they saw, but we'll definitely take the foul.
20 seconds left in the quarter. Burkhart back in for Blevins. Bulls Between the leg dribble. Gets a screen from Bree. Flips it back to Riley. Now Riley's going to drive. Bounce pass inside to Reynolds. Her shot blocked. Gets her own rebound, back up, and draws a foul.
Like to see her just shoot that, not take that dribble. It gave the defense time to react or respond.
5.7 seconds left here in the third. 49-41. Reynolds to the line to shoot two. Jaya misses the first free throw. Reynolds has 6 points here tonight. One more free throw awaits her. Cedar Creek Dental free throw attempt number 2. Second one on the way, and it's no good. Huff tracks down the rebound in the corner. Brings it herself. Outlet pass to White. White for a deep 2 at the horn, and it's no good. Our score at the end of 3, Lincoln County 49, Somerset 41 on WPVK FM 102.9. Lincoln County leads Somerset 49-41 as we get set for quarter number 4 here at Lincoln County High School. A special Martin Luther King Jr. Day holiday treat here, a little matinee action.
And I thought till Friday this game was at Somerset, so I definitely got a surprise Friday afternoon when I was looking over this week's schedule.
It comes in to White, and Somerset will be moving left or right on your radio dial as we begin quarter number 4. Lincoln County comes out in a 3-2 zone. They've been all man tonight.
Yeah, first zone we've seen today.
I actually thought a zone might be a good defense against this team. There's a steal by Town. She's off to the races and has her shot blocked. Good recovery from White to track Riley down and deflect that out of bounds. It'll stay with Lincoln County.
Yeah, she did a good job reading that pass out of the zone there. They look good. They look good in the zone. The first time they'd seen it, so I think it shocked Somerset a little bit.
Burkhart inbound pass to Mink, and she's fouled as she goes up for a shot in the paint, and that's going to put Mink on the line to shoot two. Freshman Gracie Mink, 6.6 rebounds a game. First free throw, no good. Got a little foul trouble for Gracie tonight. She's the energy player for this team, though. She
definitely is. She gets a lot of things done, and usually don't see her without a bruise or a black eye because she's not afraid to stick her nose in there either.
Misses both Cedar Creek Dental free throws, so the lead stays at 8 with 7:25 to play the game. 3-2 zone again for Lincoln County. White has it in the corner. Up to Weddle. Weddle goes high post to Huff. Over to Nichols. Corner to White. She'll shoot a 3 from there. It's no good. Good box out from Mink and a rebound for Dunn. Reese brings it herself. Crossover dribble. Gets inside. Floater off the glass for a PBK bank shot.
Nice move. Nice hesitation. Towns almost got a steal there on the inbounds pass.
51-41. Nichols drives in, cut off. Now she'll bring it back out. High post to Huff. Huff back to Weddle. Zone definitely causing some issues for Somerset. White's going to shoot a 3. It goes in and out. Mink with another rebound. Bull brings it inside. Nice pass. Done. Easy 2. And a great dish from Bull Burkhart. 8 points for Dunn now.
Very nice pass there by Burkhart. Good job running the floor by Clarice. Good catch and finish.
Go into Huff. She bangs into Mink, who blocks her shot. Ball bounces around. Gracie comes out with it. Burkhart bounce pass to Dunn. Leaves it for Towns. Layup good. Great transition passing from the Lady Pates.
That all started with great defense by Gracie Mink. Got the block shot, got the rebound, and started our transition layup there.
55-41. Biggest lead of the game for the Lady Pates with 5:50 left. And Coach Laughlin wants a timeout. Bluegrass Drugstore timeout. We'll break 2 on WPBK FM 102.9. Lincoln County leading 55-41 with 5:50 left in the contest. Somerset will inbound out of the timeout. Ryder has it in front of the Somerset bench. Swings it over to Nichols. Dunn on her. Lincoln switch back to man, it looks like, on this possession. (55-41). Nichols tries a three, and she's good. Nichols' first bucket of the game. It's a big one, a three from the corner to cut it back to 11. Reese Dunn has it over on the right side. Cross-court pass to Towns. Towns will fire a three. Hits the front rim, goes in, but I think it hit the ribbon. They're going to wave it off. Eleven-point lead with 5 minutes to go. Lady Pates. They go inside to White. White quickly back out to Grider. Top of the key three from her. Missed everything. White with the hustle rebound inside. Back to Nichols. Nichols with a baseline shot. No good. Another rebound for Somerset. Grider goes up, has her shot blocked, gets it back again. Goes around Mink, gets another rebound, up again, and scores. 4 extra possessions for Somerset on that trip.
Yeah, that gave up a lot of rebounds. We just couldn't secure the possession.
Towns drives in, kicks to Dunn. Reese with a pump fake. Now she'll bring it back out. 55-46. Reynolds looks inside to Bull Burkhart for an easy two. Good find from Reynolds.
There's a great cut by Bull and even better pass by Jaya, and easy 2 points there for Burkhart.
57-46. Weddle has it up top. Gives it off to Nichols. Now Lincoln County back in his zone again. They try to go inside to White. She gets around Burkhart and scores.
Yeah, took a chance there on defense and really helped out the offensive players instead of being solid.
57-48. Reynolds takes a bump from Nichols, drives in, kicks to the corner for Towns, open for three, and she's good from there for a triple. Johnson and Pullman Insurance three. 30-second Bluegrass Drugstore timeout. Lady Pates by 12 on WPBK FM 102.9. .330 left in this contest. Lincoln County leads Somerset 60-48. Lady Pates led by as many as 14. Raleigh Towns leading the way for Lincoln County with 23 points. Burkhardt has 15. Somerset led by Nora Grider with 16.
Yeah, Riley's definitely having a night. She's scoring from all over the floor too. It's not just not one spot.
It comes into Weddle. Somerset facing a 12-point deficit with 3:27 left. Weddle with a handoff to Grider. Grider looks in, trying to post up White down there on Towns. So that's what they'll do. They go into White. She shovels it off to Huff. They kick it out to Nichols, who tries a deep one. No good. An air ball. White over in the back.
Nice block out there for Riley. Got the call.
Lincoln County gets it back on a offensive foul. 3:07 left. Burkhart, crossover dribble, gets inside, kicks it out to Dunn. She's open for three, and she's good. Three-pointer for Clarice Dunn. Johnson and Pullman Insurance three-pointer makes it a 15-point lead with 2:50 to go.
Lincoln's done a much better job moving the ball and taking quality shots this half.
Weddle air balls the three. Towns with the rebound. Riley looks to run quickly into the front court and throw it away. A rare turnover tonight for this Lincoln County offense.
Yeah, only the third turnover, and I don't know many people that could have caught that pass.
63-48, 2:35 left. Weddle gets a screen from Huff. Gives it up to White. White off on the left side. Cross-court pass to Grider. Grider guarded by Reynolds. Drives in. Leaves it for Nichols. Nichols fouled as she tries to pass it to Huff at the top of the key. Foul on Reynolds. Her third. Team's first here in this fourth quarter. 63-48. 2:19 left in the game. Somerset will inbound. They get it into White. Burkhart on her. White gets it to the free throw line, pulls up from there and scores. 11 points now for White. She came in averaging 12 to lead the Briar Jumpers in scoring. Towns with a drive and kick to Dunn. Dunn back to Burkhart left wing. Burkhart right-hand dribble, crossover, tries to spin, has it tipped away. Now she'll go back to work. Tosses it out to Jaya Reynolds. Reynolds with a nice drive inside. She misses a scoop shot, rebounded inside by White. White gives it up to Huff. Huff drives, leaves for Weddle. Weddle into the paint. Bank shot off the glass long and rebounded by Dunn. And we got a whistle in the backcourt. Burkhart.
Yeah, Burkhart got hit in the mouth there in transition and never made it to this end of the floor.
Lincoln County's going to keep possession. 1:36 left, 13-point lead. Burkhart stays in the game. Towns with a handoff to Reynolds. Reynolds back to Towns. Riley tries a corner three, back rimmed it. Rebounded inside by White for Somerset. White will bring it herself, coast to coast. Good job by Meek to cut her off. Leaves it up top for Huff. Around the perimeter to Nichols now. Dunn tries to steal that pass to Grider. Grider picks it up over to White, who hits a three. And a quick timeout for Somerset. With 1:05 left, they've cut it to 10 with a Bluegrass Drug Store timeout on WPBK FM 102.9. .105 left. Lady Pates lead Somerset 63-53. Sarah White with a three-pointer to cut it back down to 10. And it'll be Lincoln County ball out of the Bluegrass Drug Store timeout. No serious foul trouble, Coach, for either team. Lincoln County with only one team foul here in the fourth, and Somerset with only 2, so they've got 2 to give before they put Lincoln County in the bonus, which you know is going to be an objective of theirs if they don't get a quick steal.
Right, yeah, they're going to have to pick up the pressure, and you can afford to be real aggressive and make the official call the foul, or be really aggressive and try to get the steal.
Somerset going to set back in a half court. I kind of looked for him to come out in some sort of press there.
Yeah, I would have definitely picked up in full court, especially out of a timeout.
So Towns walks it up the court. She's killed 10 seconds already. There's a handoff to Reynolds. Reynolds reaching foul from Nichols. 53 seconds left. That'll be 3 team fouls for Somerset. Towns will inbound for Lincoln County. Now Burkhart's going to inbound. They changed the inbound play. Burkhart gets it in. Bad pass, but Towns picked it up, and she traveled with it. Up 10 there. I don't know if I'm going for a home run. I think I'm getting it in the backcourt, Coach.
I just
let them foul
want to get it in and run clock. Make them foul me 2 more times and go shoot free throws.
50 seconds left. 10-point game. Nichols up top to Weddle. Weddle looking for White, and Towns gets a hand on it and knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Somerset. 44 seconds left. White's going to inbound it for the Briar Jumpers. She gets it into Grider. Grider over to Huff. Huff guarded by Mink. Drives in. Shot is no good, but she draws enough contact to earn herself a trip to the free throw line.
Pretty good defense. I don't know what else Gracie could have done there. I think they told her she brought her hands down.
Huff hits the first free throw. 16 points for the 8th grader, Macy Huff. She'll have one more with 37 seconds left. Lead is down to 9 for Lincoln County. Second one on the way, no good. And Reynolds with the rebound. She has a tip from behind by White, out of bounds. 63-54, Lincoln County with a lead with 35 seconds left. They come into town. She's trapped, gets out of it. Breaks the timeline, drives in, over to Dunn. Dunn up top to Burkhart. 25 seconds left now. Nichols on Burkhart, and she'll be whistled for a reach-in foul. .23 seconds left. Lincoln County will inbound. Bonus on the next foul. Towns has it in the backcourt. Closely guarded, and a timeout I think is going to be called by Coach Parson. With 18 seconds left, we'll keep it. That's going to be a full timeout. So we'll break 2. A Bluegrass Drugstore timeout, 18 seconds left. Lady Pates leading 63-54 on WPBK FM 102.9. Lady Pates will inbound it with 18 seconds left, leading 63-54 on your McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard. They get it into Towns, and it looks like Somerset's just going to let the clock run out. They're not going to foul here, Coach. Well, now they're deciding they're going to pressure a little bit. They trapped Towns on the sideline, and I think finally going to get a foul call over there.
Yeah,
can't make their mind up. We're going to run it out. We're going to extend the game.
They took 10 seconds and thought, well, let's go ahead and foul.
I think, yes, it will be. That is going to be the 5th team foul. So Towns double bonus opportunity here for Lincoln County. 23 points for Riley Towns. 8 seconds left. 9-point lead. And 2 Cedar Creek Dental free throws. First one good from Towns. Stay tuned after the game for the DOE postgame show. We'll go over the final scoring numbers for these teams. Second one on the way. Towns hits them both. 25 for the freshman Towns, so a lead back to 11. White breaks the timeline. Crossover dribbled. Kicks over on the side to Nichols. Back to White. 3 on the way. No good. And that's going to end things here today as the Lady Pates get their 9th win of the year as they knock off Somerset 65-54. We'll recap it next on the DOE postgame show on WPBK FM 102.9. Lincoln County wins it here tonight, 65-54 over Somerset. Lady Pates moved to 9-7 on the season. Briar Jumpers dropped to 7-11. Lincoln County now 5-2 against 12th region opponents. Lady Pates led in score tonight by Riley Towns with 25 points. Bull Burkhart 15 points. Clarice Dunn with 11. Brianna Burkhart was 6 points off the bench. Jaya Reynolds with 6 and Ariana Turner with 2. For a total of 65. Somerset led by Macy Huff and Nora Grider, both with 16. They got 14 from Sarah White, 5 points from Addie Weddle, and 3 from Kyra Nichols for a total of 54. As the Lady Pates win here tonight on their home court, 65-54. They'll be back home tomorrow as they host Madison Southern, and the boys will be on the road in Richmond themselves at Madison Central. Coach, let's name your guarding, exterminating, and Bee Green Lawn Care player of the game.
Well, I'm going to have to go with Riley Towns, Brad. She had a great offensive game, but I thought she did it on both ends of the floor. I thought she played good defensively. I thought she did a good job of sharing the ball and moving the basketball. Also had several assists in the game, and I would have to go with Riley as my player of the game today.
So Riley Towns will be our guarding, exterminating, and Bee Green Lawn Care player of the game. Final thoughts, Coach, as the Lady Pates get a win here on their home court tonight, 9th of the year. And one thing that stood out to me, they just valued the ball tonight. Not a lot of turnovers, and that's going to win you a lot of games.
They only had 4 turnovers for the night, and all but probably one of those were unforced. So I thought they did a good job taking care of the basketball. They played really well in spurts and moved the basketball and made the extra pass, found the open shooter, and just took care of the basketball and made the right play when they had to.
Lady Pates defeat Somerset 65 to 54, their 9th win of the year. They'll be back home tomorrow night. Our next broadcast will be Friday night, the doubleheader with Gary County. Of course, weather could be a factor there. And big week of basketball.
A lot of basketball to go on this week, and you're definitely right. Depending on what model you look at, we could get a lot of snow, a little snow, or no snow. So I guess we just wait and see what the end of the week is, what's in store for us.
That's going to wrap up our coverage. Lady Pates victorious here tonight, 65 to 54 for Brad Smith alongside Brad Petrie, Philip Smith on the YouTube live stream, and Bo back in the studio. We appreciate you tuning in to Lincoln Athletics on WPBK FM 102.9.